How are we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly With It. I'm Will.
I'm Adri.
And what are we doing today?
We are going to play Directions, a language learning adventure.
Language learning adventure. So actually what we're going to do is watch Will suffer horrendously at Audrey giving him directions in Español. Porque mi no habla español muy bien. Gracias. ¿Y tú? All right, but yes, we are playing Directions, a language learning adventure. It is an educational style game to teach kids a language, whichever language you are trying to teach them or they are trying to learn. Just gives them a way to help learn those skills or gain those skills, not learn those skills. Acquire. Audrey with her microphone all the time. So we're going to go ahead and flip over the camera. We're going to give a brief rundown of this game, and then we're going to tell you how we're going to play it, just because, as I said, no habla español muy bien, and Audrey habla español y inglés muy bien. So it would not be fair if we played normally, so we're just going to do it as a run-through to kind of give an example. All right, so here we go. We are set up for a two-player game of Directions, and why is that?
Because there are two players in this learning adventure.
There are two niños trying to learn Espanol. No, there is one profesora y one niño. So in Directions Language Learning Adventure, there are multiple levels that you can play. The first and the easiest level is taking these direction cards, giving out directions, and trying to get to your end. So for example, the blue player is here, that's their end. The little purple player is there, that is their end. And the way that occurs is we would flip over a card. So for example, say this was my turn. I'm the blue player. I'm over here at the Chinese house. And this lady wants to get to, it looks like this school here. So is that school?
Elementary school.
Elementary school.
But that one looks different.
This one looks different.
This one? High school?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. She wants to go down here to this one. She wants to go to the high school. So you got to match up the pictures. Although this has niños, this does not have niños. So what I would need to do is give directions. The more verbs that I use, the more spaces that I am going to be able to move on my turn to get to this end location. So an example of a turn, and Audrey will follow along with the little drone. If you're playing with kids, of course, the other student that's trying to learn the language would follow along to make sure that they're comprehending and understanding what is being told of them. So I would say that I am here, right? So I would say, for example, go out onto First Street, make a left towards, or go left towards the stoplight. At the stoplight, turn right and go onto East Street and go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks to the next stoplight. Traffic light, stoplight. No, it's stoplight. We call them stoplights. You call them traffic lights in Espanol? We call them stoplights. Right. Yeah,
Stoplight? Oh, because it's a light.
Because it makes you stop, and it's a light. It makes you stop. Okay. Yeah, instead of a stop sign. And then I would say at. Oh, hang on, we weren't keeping track. I need to keep track of the verb. All right, but yeah, so I'd say go out on First Street, and then I said stop at the stoplight, turn right onto East Street, go 4 blocks to the next stoplight. East Street. Turn right at the stoplight onto 2nd Street. Go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks to the next stoplight. Turn. Oh no, 4 blocks. Go.
I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
To the next stoplight. 3. I can't count. Go through the stoplight on 2nd Street to the stoplight on I Street. Right. Turn. Oh, actually, I passed you. I passed you. Sorry. On the 2nd Street, 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then your the school is on the left.
Well, this is not the entrance. The entrance is here on H1.
Oh, I had to go into the school zone. Okay, but either way, so I gave directions. These were all of the directions I gave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, I'm an adult, so I could probably say that a little bit better than a kid would. But that would mean that I get to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 towards my end. So both players, or all players, of course, would continue to do that. And in level 1, the first person to get to their end wins the game. So that's level 1. Level 2 introduces some disaster cards, which are in the directions deck, which is basically going to prohibit you from going to certain areas. All right. Level 3 introduces mission cards. So instead of you trying to get to your end, you're going to use a mission card. The mission card will stay active for the number of turns. So for example, this one is 4 turns. And instead of course, moving my meeple towards my end, I will try to go to where my mission card goes. I will still be giving directions. So for example, if I'm at the police station, I pull this direction card, I would still be giving directions to this Ferris wheel, which is right here. And then the number of verbs that we gave to get to the Ferris wheel is how many paces I'll be able to move my meeple towards my mission. You choose whether you want to have the game end after 3 or 5 missions, and that's just your level 3. Level 4 adds, let me double check. I think it adds the stoplights. I'm not at level 4 yet. Yes, level 4 adds traffic lights. So basically what traffic lights do is when you are moving, you roll a die, and the die is going to say whether you need to stop at the traffic light or go through the traffic light. So it's possible if I gave a total of 9 verbs to get to a location, I roll this, it's an odd, I have to stop at the traffic light. That means I don't get to take those other 6 spaces. So that is level 4. Level 5 adds the school zones. Because it is a school zone, you have to drive very, very slowly. So if you want to go through a school zone, you have to use 2 verbs per square instead of 1 verb per square. Level 6 adds in communication cards. So this, or conversation cards, where you will need to actually talk about something you saw on your way. So of course you would need to do it in whatever language you are trying to learn. And then level 7, which is the most difficult, also has a very specific thing that you're going to be talking about. And you must use 3 to 4 sentences to be able to talk about what you did. So it's a way to increase the difficulty of the game for different language learners, but it's also a way to, as the language learner gets more advanced,
Right.
they have more advanced things that they need to deal with.
And I think it's before you mentioned that the picture didn't have all the kids that are here, but I think that's part of the communication part. So, like, there are people in front
The
of
people
each
that
place,
you saw in
so
each of the places
that
and say
is-
what you saw.
That is what you saw, so that's what you have to talk about.
Yep. So we're going to play at level 3. So that means we have our mission cards we're trying to complete, and we have our direction cards. Mission cards, you only have 1, and then it expires at the end of those number of turns. And the reason we're doing that is because, again, I'm going to give directions in English, which obviously should easily be able to follow. But of course, since I speak English, I should be able to give pretty good directions and would get a lot of moves, a lot of turns, meaning I would get to the end in like 2 turns. Similarly, Audrey would be able to speak Spanish very well, and she's going to be able to give good directions. Not that I'm going to be able to follow them. And same thing, we'd be able to get to her end pretty quickly. So with that said, we do need to determine who goes first.
And we do that with
There.
our 20-sided extra life die because we support Children's Miracle Network
Yep.
through donations.
Donations.
And you can also help
Para
using
los
the
niños.
links down below and help the niños be healed and happy.
Healed and happy niños. And you just pushed it completely off the board. It goes.
I wanted to
Oh, you wanted to roll the die.
for this.
All right. Well, you can roll. Here, I'll catch it.
Okay.
This way.
What you
I always do odd. That is a 3.
is
That
your
is odd. So I will go first. I will give direcciones primer. All right. So my first mission
So wait,
card.
I'm there. I'm still that one.
You're pink and
Or
I'm
we
blue.
are- yeah.
That's or purple and I'm blue. All right. So I got my mission card. All right. So, well, you're not supposed to see where I'm having you. I guess it really doesn't matter. So you can show where you want the person to go or not. Easy as you show, hard as you don't show. It's basically just so that way, if the kid doesn't know the directions, they can see where they're going to. And if they do know the directions, then of course you wouldn't show it because it makes it a little bit too hard or too easy. All right, so I am here at the China house, I'm guessing. So you put the drone on me. All right, and we're trying to go to the supermarket, and then my mission is I need to get some pizza. So where is the pizza?
The pizza.
Pizza. Pizza down here. Okay, during all the places down there. So all the restaurants are down here. All right, so I need to get. That's where I need to go, and I need to get there, and then back to my house up there within 4 turns. Oh, then your house. What if it has to be this one, or does it have to? No. I guess it shows the house. So I guess this is my house, is this yellow one there. Because that's what it shows.
What is this thing here?
A blueberry.
What is there a blueberry?
I don't know why there's a blueberry there.
That has to, because look, this one has a yellow broccoli in there.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
My house must have something.
Or maybe that's used for like conversation cards. It's
there
not
was
mentioned.
a duckling on the roof of the.
There's a duckling on the roof.
There's a blueberry in the sky.
Oh, this one's got a fish.
Is that my? Oh, this one has a carrot.
That one has a carrot.
So, this is my house.
That's my house. I'm blue.
But this house is not blue.
Okay, so I guess it's my house. So this is, I need to get back here, which is my house, I guess. But you don't have a house. You have a haunted house.
My house has a purple fish. Your house has a blueberry. A blueberry. No?
I don't know. All right. We're
Okay.
gonna go to the one that
house.
matches on the card. So the one that matches on the card is
the yellow one.
yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna go there. All right. So all right. So I need to tell you how to get to the supermarket, and I need to go really, really far to the. That one's got a cat on the house.
And it is also purple. So I
It's
don't know
also
what those
purple.
mean.
Yeah, I don't know what those do. All right. So from the Chinese restaurant where I met you, you got to start where I am. So you be on the same thing. Okay. So go straight to First Street and make a right, or no, make a left. Make a left. I just told you to make a left. That's all I told you.
Ah,
So go out to go out to
First Street.
make a left. Go. Where am I trying to have you? I'm trying to have you go down here. Oh, I can't go through the school zone. All right. Go to the stoplight and make a right. Go to the stoplight on 2nd Street and make a right. Go 1, 2, 3 blocks to the stoplight. Continue through the stoplight to H Road. Make a right on H Road.
Right or left?
Right.
Oh, because you're thinking of my
The way your
perspective.
direction. Yeah. Make a right on H Road. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. The pizza place is on your right. I used all the tokens. 2, I don't know if you're supposed to. 4, 6, 8, 10. All right.
Okay,
So
now you move.
So I get to go 10. I'm trying to get to the. Oh no, I sent you to the pizza place. You wanted to go to the supermarket. That was way up there.
This is how not to play.
This is how not to play. Okay, go back to me. All right, so that was wrong. Okay. All right, so same thing though. Go towards E Street. Make a left on E Street or First Street. Go to the stoplight. Turn right at the stoplight.
Mm-hmm.
Go 1, 2, 3 blocks on E Street. The grocery store is on your right. All right, so that's more like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I get 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
But where are you going? Are you going to your house?
No, I gotta go here first. I gotta get my pizza first.
And then home.
All right,
Okay.
then I can go. Yeah, then I can go home. So that's my mission. All right, so you draw a direction card and a mission, and see how badly I'm going to do this in Spanish. She had the GPS in Spanish for a while, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this.
Yes, you are.
Oh, caution!
Earthquake! Why did I get an earthquake?
I don't know.
An earthquake has occurred on 2nd Street Road and it will be out 2 turns. So I cannot.
So 2nd
use
Street. You cannot
2nd
tell anybody
Street.
to go down 2nd Street. So that whole street is for 2 turns. So let's put 2 markers. That way we know this whole street is for 2 turns. We'll take 1 off each turn. But you have to still be able to give me directions. So I guess you have to draw another card. Oh, wow.
Wow,
You're just destroying the entire city. What are you doing with that
A
one?
fire has occurred on 2nd Street Road and it will be out 2 turns. So,
Luckily,
again,
it's already out. No, it's already out. So that's the same road. So that's not a big
Okay.
deal. All right, hang on. You still got to give directions. There you go.
Here.
All right, so you
The
need to
pizza
tell me
place
how to
again.
get to the pizza place. Oh, you're gonna get tons of moves, because you gotta get them all the way down here. Now, what's your mission?
You forgot your gift for your mother. Rush to the mall to buy something.
So where's the mall? Oh wow, well that's good though. But you're gonna get a lot of movement just from going down there. Okay.
So I will tell you first how to
get-
go here, and then I have to go here.
Yes, that's where I messed up. I went backwards. Okay. So I am here. Yeah, I'm right there.
Okay.
En español, por favor.
Ve a la. This is challenging for me because of the la derecha e izquierda. A la izquierda, I guess I said the name of the streets in English. A la calle 3, tercera calle.
because she says it in English on the GPS. So pretend you're the GPS.
Okay. So ve a 3rd Street.
Okay.
And voltea o gira is the word you learn. Gira a la derecha. Camina.
Why are you having me walk?
1, 2, 3, 4. Because you are walking, you don't have a car.
Oh, I don't have a car. Okay.
Camina hacia el semáforo.
Oh, it's in Spanish. I don't-
Semáforo, you know it. Camina hacia el semáforo
Camino. Okay.
y sigue derecho hasta el semáforo de E Street. Camina derecho hasta E Street.
Have you been counting your?
Sí.
Oh, okay.
You can go buy some coffee. No.
Where's the cafe at?
No, I saw it, but it's not there.
Hmm.
So I gain more
Oh,
movement.
you can't even have me go here.
No, I have to then make you go here, here, and then here.
No, but you can't have me go down here.
Oh, so I have to. so I have to. What do I do?
I can't go down second. It didn't say I couldn't go through.
Can you cross? Can you use?
You won't be able to get me to that destination.
No, that's not the 2nd Street Road, and it was.
Yeah, these cards will cause road closure for players. Once a road is closed, no player can travel on that road until the caution expires.
Travel on that road sounds like go through it. Not
If
just
you're on a
cross
road
it.
that is being shut down, you must take the shortest route off the road during your next turn. If you draw a caution card, it plays immediately. Continue drawing cards until you get a direction card. Road closures will end. The players who drew the caution completes the number of turns stated. Directions through a closed road. If a road is closed, you may mention that road when giving directions using that path. Movement through a closed road. If a road is closed, you may cross the road on the traffic light or a corner square. You may not travel on the road while it's closed unless you're within 3 spaces of your end square. Okay, so you can have me.
You can cross.
I can't go here.
So it has to be here and
I have
then
to go all the
here.
way down and around. Yeah, because I can cross.
Okay,
So did you really need me? I guess you didn't need me to stop there.
no.
Maybe it was a stoplight. Maybe it was a red light, so I did have to stop.
I see. So I can take one back? Or
Well,
do
I mean, would you have told me to stop there? Or would you have told me to stop there, I guess?
So walk all the way until...
Español.
No? Ah, sí. Camina hasta I Street.
I?
I.
Third.
No, but
I.
hasta,
I.
until, or to,
Hasta.
to, hasta I Street.
See?
Gira a la... Wait, you are there, sí.
I'm facing this way.
Gira
Dere-
a
no.
la...
Derecha. Derecha.
A la derecha. Gira a la derecha. Y pasa, like pass, ¿sí? Pasa es la no, I don't know if that's necessary to say to pass the cross, sí. Pasa Second Street. I'm gonna go. And then, y luego sigue derecho hasta 4th Street. Oh, how many? I don't know.
I don't know. 4th Street would be too much because I'm going all the way. I'd be passing them all if I went to 4th Street.
So, oh?
I only need to go to here. I don't need to go over here.
No, I need to go here. You need to go here.
Oh, you need me to go up and around.
Sí.
Oh, sí.
So go on, ve hasta 4th Street and turn, gira a la derecha. Camina 1, 2, 3, 4 cuadras. Luego voltea a la
Derecha.
Y la pizzería está a la izquierda, a tu izquierda. I think I used more than these.
You had to use them all. Yeah, but that's fine. So we'll do all of them. 2. I think there's 10, right? 2, 4, 6. 8. Yeah, there's 10. So we'll just say you got 10. So you have to. The same thing. You can't go through 2nd Street either when you're moving.
So I have to go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, technically, I could have gone through. You can't go through. I'm flying a drone. I can fly over it.
Really?
Yeah, I can fly over the coin. Yeah, it says your meeple can't move through it. So when you need to get to a destination, because you talk about in. So technically, yes, you could have had me go here. Either way, I mean, you going all the way around gave you more.
Sí.
That's what the game says to do, is the further you go, the more tokens you're going to get. All right. Okay. So that was one turn and it was closed down. So it's only closed down for you for 2 turns. Me, I can go through it because it didn't say it was closed down for me. Technically, I think that's what it said.
Well, it does not exactly say that. It just said it is closed for 2 turns, but not for you or for me.
The road closures will end after the player who drew completes. Oh, yeah, it says after the player who drew it completes it. So it is closed
just
for
for
both.
both?
No, it's closed for both because it's the player who drew it takes that number of turns. All right, so I take another direction card. Oh, we can discard the direction cards.
And the mission.
No, the missions, we have the number of turns, 4 turns. So I wish there was a marker of some sort. So I've taken, this is my second turn. We got our extra life die here. And then you've taken only 1, so whatever 1 is. All right, this is my second turn. All right, so I need to get you to the, look at like the monorail. The monorail. Oh, up here. Okay, that's not too far. Oh, I'm not going to get to move a lot though. Yeah, and you can go on 2nd Street, but the meeple can't. Is what it, again, if I read it that way, when approaching a traffic light, players must stop and roll. No, that's traffic light. directions. If roads are closed, you may mention that road when giving directions using that path. So it says you may mention it.
Mention like cross the second street.
Oh yeah, so I guess
Or
you're not. I
until
guess
the
yeah. I
light
guess
comes
yeah. I
on.
guess you can't go through it then. Okay, so from the library, go through the light at Second Street. Go through it. Continue down Second Street to the light at Third Street.
Second street?
Continue down E Street to the light at Third Street. Turn left at Third Street. Your other left.
Let's see.
Go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks to C Street. Make a left at C Street. Go 3 blocks, and the monorail or the subway is on your right. All right, so I got 2, 4, 6, 7, and I can't go through Second Street. Where am I trying to get to? Oh, I'm trying to get to the pizza anyways.
You have to do the same.
Oh wow, I gotta go way around.
Oh, you're blue, so
Yeah.
you have to do.
Oh, that messes me up. Because so all these, because it's 4 turns to get there and then home. So what? How many is that? 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, no. Next turn I'll be able to go this way because that'll be gone at the end of your next turn.
Oh, sí.
All right. So draw un dirección card. So we'll probably just play to the first
again.
mission completed, just again because we're trying to show how the game plays.
No,
After you
the
just
first street is out
flooded
because of
for 2 turns.
earthquake again.
Earthquake,
Oh my god,
first
no, I
street.
hate those.
Audrey hates
First
earthquakes
street.
just as much as she hates hurricanes now.
Oh my god.
Oh, First Street's here. So 2 turns, it said.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
Direct.
did you take this to 2? Oh, you have to make it there in 3 turns.
Sí.
That's gonna be, you're gonna have to get good directions to get all the way there.
So you are gonna go to the train station.
Is it train station, bus station?
Train.
Oh,
it's a
train station. Yeah.
Nope. Oh, then it's different. It's this
Oh,
one.
no, that's it. See, it's got the little
Oh,
thing.
it doesn't have the train.
train.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's got the train. Train's right there. Little red
There is something different. The color of the
color.
train.
The color of the train is different. Okay.
Okay. Mm,
So you are here. Oh wow, you need a lot of movement, and that's it. You got to figure out how to get a lot of verbs.
I'm gonna have you go to church, pray for the world, and then go to do your laundry.
You can't go that way.
Then
No, that's
go.
it. That's it, because this is closed. You can only go up that way because you can't travel on that road. There's no way for you to take. You've got 3 turns. You got 1 more turn after that to make it to the mall. It's not like mine where I got to make it to here and then make it all the way back up to the top of the board.
Can I make you like go to the park first and play for a while and
And play for a while. No,
go back to the train station?
no, you got to be like a real
Gosh.
GPS. You got to give me the most direct route.
Okay. So on third street in Spanish, in Third Street, but gira a la no, camina derecho. No, wait, I have to make you do at least 2 things. Okay, ve a la
I could
al
do 1,
semáforo 1, 2. I'm gonna
2,
have you stop in the
3.
the light.
4. I could get 4. Yeah.
So, camina hasta el semáforo de E Street. Camina 3 cuadras.
1, 2, 3.
3 cuadras hasta el semáforo de E Street. Espera a que la luz se ponga verde. That's another verb.
See?
I'm not counting.
Oh, that's 2.
Camina derecho 2 cuadras. Y la estación del tren está a tu derecha.
Okay. So that's cuatro. So you get to move your person cuatro.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sí. And just straight line. You're just going to need a very long hope for something that's clear out in the middle of nowhere. All right. So that means this is gone now. So 2nd Street is now cleared out. So we can now go through 2nd Street. All right. So now I'm on turn número 3. Direcciones. The música. Necesita música. ¿Dónde es música? I saw it earlier. It's down here. Oh, so I got one like you. Oh, that's fine. I got it. Okay. So go straight on F Road towards 2nd Street. At the stoplight, turn left. Go straight on 2nd Street to the next stoplight. At the stoplight, turn left. Go 1 block. The music store is on your left. All right, 2.
Wow, that was a
4,
lot of
6. Yeah, but the thing is,
I
there's
hope
no
you're counting.
there's no way I'm getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no way I'm getting there and back up because next turn's my last turn. So I might be able to get my pizza, but I'm not getting the pizza home. It's gonna be cold before it gets home. All right.
Okay, so now I'm there. You're what?
Direction card.
You're here.
Don't forget to flip your die there for your 3rd turn. Yep.
Bus stop.
Bus stop. Okay.
It's not longer.
Yeah, but 2nd Street's back open, so you can go up and around.
I'm gonna make you.
Yeah, 2nd Street's open. I mean, because you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9.
8. You need 8 to get to the mall.
Oh, see. Okay, so
Remember, you need an exact number. You can't go past. So you actually need 9 or 10. 9 or 10 will get you there. Actually, 11, 12 will get you there too, because that's on the side.
nobody think it has to
You'd be in front. Well, that's fine. Yeah, so either a 9 or a 10 would get you there.
So, where are you going? To the bus stop. Okay. En I Street, camina
Camina
4 cuadras hasta el semáforo.
3. You should actually be doing before. You should make me stop because then I turn at the light. I don't go into the light and stay there.
That's right.
So people would be running into me.
Gira a la derecha en 2nd Street. Sigue derecho hasta Post Office. Hasta Post Office.
Oficina de Post.
Oficina de Correos.
De Correos.
Ay, no, it's not gonna be. No.
You have to take me all the way up then.
Okay. Cruza F Road. Cruza F Road.
Oh, cross.
Sí.
Oh, sí.
Y camina hasta el siguiente semáforo.
Siguientes de.
The next.
Siguientes
De.
de.
Next. Oh, semáforo.
Semáforo.
Traffic light.
Semáforo.
Semáforo de E Street. Luego gira a la derecha en E Street. Y camina 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 cuadras hasta 3rd Street.
What is that? 2, 6. I think you'll just make.
Yeah, yep. Then camina hacia la No, gira a la derecha en 3rd Street y el bus stop está a tu izquierda.
2, 4, 6, 8. You missed one. You didn't do the derecha here. You forgot that one. 9.
This, I
See.
don't know.
See. Somebody now one thing, of course, we're playing and we're trying to count and give directions at the same time. Somebody else is actually supposed to be giving.
I think the person who moves is like you're.
I'm supposed to count, but the problem is I'm trying to move and count. So
But
it's
the
like
person
more
who's
players
also-
would be better. All right. So there we go. So that would move Adri 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, 8 would have been enough. I was wrong with my math.
8 in the 9 I arrived to mall.
I don't think you have to actually go in the mall.
See, I have to buy you a present for my mom.
Present para mamá. Okay. All right. So there we go. I think that gives a good idea of how the game plays, how the directions work. You get the scoring tokens and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and flip over and give our first impressions of the game. All right, so we go. So of course, we always want to mention that this is a prototype copy. So of course, the rules as well as the components are subject to change. So the components are fine. There's nothing really, outstanding about them. I mean, it's cards. Again, I don't know if these meeples and these chips are going to be the end of the game. One thing I think that would be nice is some type of counter. Like I said, we had to pull out our dice to remember how many turns we were here. Similarly, you have to remember the number of turns for this that have taken place. So I think some kind of little counter, whether it's just some little small six-sided dice, because I mean you already need a six-sided die for the traffic lights would be nice. The other thing is we were having trouble with the direction cards. I don't know about you, but it felt like it is because the direction cards don't have the name of the place. So you have to hope you can figure it out. And some of the buildings look very similar, like the schools.
I think they do, but they are not like.
Well, no, that's because that's on that sign. This doesn't say train station.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So I think that would help a little bit. I don't think it's necessary. It's a minor thing, but the train station was one. And I think the school was another, right? Because
the elementary
these two
and
schools look
the high.
similar. And if it actually said on the card, I think that would be helpful. Otherwise, the only other thing, and again, it's a prototype, the rule book is a little bit hard to understand. We actually spent a long time trying to figure out
about the houses,
how it worked. Oh, the same thing as the houses. The houses aren't explained anywhere. So I don't know what the house, we didn't know what the houses did.
Because see, all the houses are in this area and they have,
I thought you found another one somewhere.
No, here. It's still here.
This
one, the brown one.
Another,
so is that the...
Well, let me see if I find another mission card that has, so that's a house. So he wants to get to his house. That's a big house. But it's just the yellow house in that picture. Yeah, see yellow, it just shows the yellow house. Haunted house. Yeah, I don't know what the houses are. I don't know if the color of the house is the color of the player.
But like I don't see a greenhouse. I don't see a greenhouse or a house with a green icon.
Yeah, there's a brown house.
So there is brown and there is orange, but there is
it might be prototype. Maybe the meeples are going to change, but no, see, that wouldn't make sense because these are actually those colors, purple, green. Yeah, so I don't know what the houses do. That could be, again, something I didn't read in the rule book, or it's just they don't actually have any purpose, and the only house that matters is this one. But then the fruits and stuff don't make sense. So my only other assumption is for the conversation cards. I went past an orange house. I saw a carrot. So then you have those other words. Maybe. I don't know. Right?
Could be.
Could be. So yeah, just minor things. I mean, this is definitely a prototype. You can tell it's an initial draft. So of course, leaving feedback if you guys see it on the Kickstarter page. Of course, can only make the game better. But yeah, the rules I do say need to have another run through for explanation, just because we're gamers because we play games and we struggled to understand what it was trying to say. And this is supposed to be for kids and for teachers who may not be gamers. And I don't know if I was a teacher, I would be able to explain how this is played by reading this, especially since I would probably have little to no gaming knowledge.
Right.
So, mechanics. What did you think about the actual mechanics when it comes to, giving the directions in Spanish to get your movement points, and then trying to get the people to their destination and then using those movement points for the missions?
Well, I think it does. What do you say? The purpose of the game. The purpose of the game is actually there.
Yeah.
Like you have to talk. You have to give different instructions. Is this in here? Yeah. So what I noticed is that the rulebook says how many verbs you use, but actually it could be the same as just giving how many steps you give, because in every step you have to give a verb, right? Stop, walk, go, turn.
But even in one, it says it is.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, the pizza place
is a verb.
Is a verb.
Really?
See, it's an action.
Huh? Is it? Are is not an action.
Yes.
They are.
Yes, I mean
Are is
it's a. Like
That's
when
a
you
weird
say
verb.
they are, yeah, it is a verb.
Yeah, but see, I would
Is
say
a
they
verb.
are going to the mall. So therefore, going is the verb. Are is not the verb.
But like something, existence of something. This is blue. This is blue. The verb is the description
description
of it.
of it.
Or you are angry. You are
See? Language. She's a language teacher.
So yeah, but also I think that counting yourself, or even if the other person counts and they are moving at the same time, it is kind of
In a two-player.
yeah.
Which I guess would come down to the fun of it,
Because I mean, if you're playing with kids, they actually can just give more when actually they are not.
Well, and I think
don't
that
know
might
how
be something better for the
how-
teacher to count. Like the
Yes,
teacher would count do the
yes,
counting
what the
instead
kids
of this one
say.
says that the other kids are supposed to count, and the kid to the right is the one that controls the little drone flying around the city. So I like the mechanics. I mean, it is unique to use the number of steps as you as the player's objective to make sure that you can go where you need to go. But then it had that same limitation where for your missions and stuff, you couldn't use spaces beyond what spaces you had. So if you needed to go like you did, exactly 9 spaces, you'd have to plan all that out before you started giving the directions to make sure that you had exactly 9, right? So I think that could be a little bit troublesome, especially again for kids. And some of these mission cards, like this one here, there was no way I was ever going to be able to complete that. And I had to work on this mission for 4 turns before I can get a new mission card.
So
Because you're
I
only
don't
allowed to have one mission
know
at a time.
if you can make. I mean, you probably could if this actually helps in the learning of the language process, like what it was going to do, or even we did that. Like we took longer paths in order to accumulate
more
points.
moves.
Movements.
And I think that also with the mechanics, I think that comes down to randomness. It's completely random. Everything's completely random. The deck is random. It's randomly shuffled. The mission cards are random. They're randomly shuffled. So there could be a time when you get a mission card that's clear across the board. You're just not going to make it there. It's just not going to happen. But you don't have a way to get rid of this mission card. At least the rules didn't say you could get rid of this mission card until that number of turns, and you're only allowed to have 1 mission card, right? Similarly, the direction cards. You could luck out and get a direction card where you're giving directions to somebody clear across the board. So you get 25 movement points and you're able to get to your missions no problem.
Right.
So I think that randomness. So while it's supposed to make it harder for somebody who actually understands the language more, so you can have more of a level playing field. Like if a level 1 person was playing just with these against a level 4 person who needed to complete 3 of these, I would have been at the end before Audrey had completed 1 mission. right? It's the matter of fact. So I don't know if there's a way to balance that. If say at any time you can just get rid of a mission card, but that still doesn't solve the direction card issue of I could possibly, if you're playing level 1 and I got a direction card and I was able to do 20 steps, that would get me to my home. I don't think there's any.
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't even know if we're supposed to count that or if you just stop here, but that was 17, right?
Yeah.
I think you could do that. I think if for whatever reason, the first person, I'm up here and I'm up at the Chinese theater and I need to get all the way down here to the museum, I could probably come up with 17 steps to get down there.
Yes.
I think me and
exactly.
you just practicing beforehand just to show how it worked. I think I got down here and I used all 10 and I think I was 15 total.
Yes.
Because I was like really close to being done. So that's it's something that would need to be done. Now, on the back of the rule book, there is a page called House Rules. So, of course, this is where you could make up any rule you want to make this game work better for kids of different levels. So, for example, here it says to work on expanding vocabulary, different levels can not use the same verb twice. So, turn, walk, run, drive. That would be a way, right? So you could have the more advanced kids have to use more advanced verbs. So like we just kept saying the same ones.
Yeah, but I was thinking also like it is actually not easy to probably we could make a list of more, but go is usually
Yes,
and
go.
turn.
And again, because we're used to a GPS, and a GPS is very
that's what it says. Yeah.
There's also a solo game. The solo game, basically, the player is reading or giving the directions themselves, moving the markers themselves to learn the language. My only problem with that is I feel like the solo mode should be written in such a manner that involves the teacher. Because I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong to begin with.
Yes, and that should be the purpose. Like I think this is a very good game for the modern teaching approaches and the task-based things. I think this works really well because one of the things that you do when you go to a country is actually you want to make sure that you can get to the place you need, and asking for directions and maybe giving directions is something basic. So I really like it, but yeah, what you said. So how, like for an evaluation, for example, for an assessment instead of something more traditional, this could be great. But then you need to evaluate. Somebody who knows needs to be seeing what the kid is doing to see if it is right or not.
Yeah,
so solo maybe for practicing, but
how do you know that you're doing it right when you're practicing by yourself?
Yes.
So I get a solo mode because every game and every gamer wants a solo mode. But to me, I feel like the solo mode in this should be a teaching solo mode. So a teacher with the student reads out the directions, the teacher verifies. Because we were trying to find out, is there a way that Audrey could teach me or how to get where I need to be? And I think that's another thing is I'm not good verbally, but I'm okay listening sometimes. So a mode that would allow you to do the other way. So for example, Audrey just gives me directions and I have to move my person there. I have to get my person to that spot. I think would be a nice variant that could be added to the game, right? So the mechanics are fine. They are different. I think they work once you understand them. I just think same thing. A little bit of tweaking might help a lot, especially since this is aimed at kids, right? You want to make sure it's as easy as possible to understand. Difficulty. It's not meant to be difficult. So I would say the difficulty is really the aptitude of the student, understanding the language and being able to articulate a directional path to get them enough movement points.
Exactly.
And knowing to stop at a stoplight and go through the stoplight.
So besides the language level, the game needs that part of counting and being able to make them go the long way, or well, it said something about not to do loops or something?
Yeah,
like
you
that?
can't do a closed loop. So you can't,
Okay.
you can't
We
keep
didn't
trying
do
to go.
that.
Yeah, we didn't do that. But basically a closed loop of making the person go around in a
That
circle.
that's not count. So you have to find that's something that the kid needs to understand prior to
Yeah.
playing.
So
But
I would say, probably, I mean, it's not meant to be difficult. It is meant to be an educational thing, but it's not easy. So I definitely say it's probably about a 2.5. Maybe a 2. I would maybe not a 2.5 because a 2.5 starts getting into hobby game territory. Fun at 2. I mean, I liked it, but I think the problem is whether you're playing a 2 or any other player count, both players have to be on a similar level because I don't see how this game would work with 2 people on completely different levels. Even more so if they don't both know the languages that the other one's going to be speaking, or vice versa. Like Audrey knows Spanish and English. I couldn't do either one of those languages and her not be able to follow along. Now, again, the point is for me to understand the language, to give the directions in that language, to get me the most number of moves. She's just following along with the drone to follow along with the drone. It's really the purpose. If you're students, you're going to be following along with the drone to make sure you understand what you're hearing. But even vice versa, right? If Audrey was giving me directions in Spanish, I was struggling, and the only reason I knew where I was supposed to go is because I saw her card. And that's my limitation because I don't know Spanish that well. So she could do the same thing. She could give me the directions in English and I'd be able to get there, but she's necessarily not learning any English because she knows English. So she would have to do a language that she's trying to learn, which would be Italian. She already knows French too. I was going to go French, but I'm like, she already knows French too. I was like, it would be Italian, but then I'm not following the directions because I don't know Italian. So I think the fun level, whether at 2 or any higher or lower player count, is really dependent on each person being roughly even with the language level.
yeah,
For
for competition, it is.
Especially, and even at a high, like you said, with the mission cards and the getting to the end. I just I don't think it, like if I was playing 2-player and I was basic Spanish and you were intermediate Spanish, I would probably get done here quicker than you get the missions
Because
done.
those are the cautions are the basic. We just did the basic.
That
right?
was level 2,
Oh,
adding
that was
the cautions.
level 2.
Level 3 was adding in the mission
The
cards.
missions.
Yeah, level 4 was the stoplights. So I don't know. It does what it's supposed to do. There's a game here. There's gamification here. It's not my type of game by any means. I don't know about you. You like language and you like teaching.
Yeah, and I have taught this topic many times, so I find it really useful. The way I always teach is with a picture similar to this, like on the board, and then having them go with a marker. So for me, this would be very useful.
Yeah.
Me playing it and learning another language, for sure, it would be like practicing. For me, it does.
So yeah, so for Audrey, the fun at 2, and I guess we were kind of getting into the theme at that point, works, right? The theme is an educational language learning game. So again, this game is not going to be for everybody. It does have a very specific purpose, and truthfully, that purpose is in an education environment. Or if you yourself are trying to learn, like a homeschool, or you yourself want to learn a little bit of Spanish and your kids are learning Spanish in school, it might work for
At
good
the
for
same
that.
time, like you can play in English with your kids.
Yeah, no, you're
And
right.
you
You're
can-
right. You can
I
teach
mean,
your kids, and it even
without
says that at the
the
beginning.
language.
No, and
part.
that is mentioned at the beginning. Is you can even teach your younger kids just how to do directions, right? So,
Right.
yes. So it is even viable not learning a secondary language.
Even for
So,
counting.
yeah. So for me not liking it, I'm nowhere near the target audience. Even though I'm trying to learn Spanish, I'm just not the target audience. For Audrey being a teacher, definitely the target audience. If we had a young kid, definitely the target audience. But that is Directions language learning game. Like I said, it is language learning adventure. It is up on Kickstarter right now. I'm not sure what their funding is at. I know it was pretty low last time I looked. If you want to give it a check out, show them some support. It is a small indie publisher. This is her first time, not even a publisher. She's publishing it herself. Go check out the campaign. Link is always down below. But if you want to know about any other Kickstarter games we're going to play or any other live playthrough, what do they need to do?
Subscribe.
She forgot what you needed to do. She was like, step 1, or she was thinking she was going to do it in Espanol. So step 1, subscribe.
Activate notifications.
Step 2, notifications.
Follow us on social media.
Step 3, social media. That is incorrect.
Social media.
No, YouTube stuff.
Adios.
Until next time. So you're supposed to adios after I say until next time.
Adios.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Until next time. Peace.
Okay.